On the next day, I'm going to be heading up to the Expo. Based on how beautiful of a day it is, I think I might spend my time outside instead of inside. So today was a pretty interesting day. When I say interesting, I mean interesting. It was kind of overwhelming, to say the least. But we're off to the races, and I'm going to cap in a little bit in the middle of this. I'm trying to get these videos up as quickly as possible so that you guys can see them in the morning, the day after I actually am there. Another thing I want to tell you is if you have a mission for me, you have a particular vendor or something like that that you want me to go visit and see, if you heard of some new tech that they're doing or whatever, maybe some old tech that is still out on the market that you might want to see if they still have there, get some information on, let me know. I can go on. I can ask them if they're willing to go on camera. I can talk directly on camera with the person if they're allowed to. If not, I can talk to them off camera, get the information for you, get some video for you so that you can actually see this stuff. Hopefully, maybe I can even see some of the stuff in action. So, if you have anything that you guys want to see, just put it down in the comments, and I'll go on a mission like I did today for Scott, I believe, right? Yeah, Scott. I went on a mission for Scott today, and I got some interesting information for you, Scott, if you're watching. But so I start off at the expo, and the first place I actually stopped off was the Ryobi booth, because it was easy to find. The lime green really stuck out, and it's a large booth. So I did get a chance to try these mowers. The video on it, you're going to see not me on the mower. But I do have a few little comments about these particular mowers. These were the joystick ones, and I've been dying to try one of these since I found out about them in the spring. So this was a great opportunity to do so. Alright, they're actually bringing in indoor demo yards now. Here comes a mower around the corner. Turn 3, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, is he going to wipe out? Nope, 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 nope. Oh, okay, yeah, he made it. Looks like they need to do some cleanup with all this hay. Well, like I was saying, I did get a chance to try the Ryobi mower and drive it with the joystick. I was not much of a fan of that. It was very strange to drive a zero turn with a joystick. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. One of the things I didn't like about it, and maybe this is adjustable, but it seems like there's compensation in there for the turning radius because you don't have two levers to control it. So technically, you want to move, when you move the levers, you actually want both wheels moving forward. It's just one moving faster than the other when you do a turn with a zero turn. So I think there's some kind of compensation for that, and I think it actually just slows the machine down. I'm wondering if you can adjust that. I forgot to ask about that, but that was probably my biggest complaint about the Ryobi mower with the joystick. Again, it has all the features. You add the 40-volt batteries. That's like the best idea ever, in my opinion, because you run out of that battery and you're in the middle of a field. You're a sitting duck. You're pushing that mower back up on your trailer. So that is the best idea, I think, out of all of the mower producers, is to put that auxiliary battery source in there. We're interrupting this program to give you this special news bulletin. if you like this content, I'm asking that you please like and subscribe to the channel and maybe leave some nice words of encouragement in the comment section. Thank you. We now return back to our regularly scheduled programming. So then I walked all the way across the hall, and I went over to the Ego booth. And I might have stopped off at Xmark and met some YouTubers. I was there in line to meet Keith Kalfas, and he walked away just as I was the next person up. But then they brought in Brian from Brian's Lawn Maintenance and Paul Jameson from, the Green Industry Podcast. And I actually really wanted to see Paul Jameson, and Brian was just an extra bonus. Didn't mind seeing him at all either. Great guys. Had a lot of fun. One of the things that I noticed is with this, I've been to a lot of conventions growing up and stuff like that. My dad was in the food industry. Anytime there was a convention in Chicago, they had the Food and Dairy Show. This is the largest food industry show around, and it happens in Chicago every year. And I used to go to that as a kid, and I just remember walking around those shows. So, when I walk into the Equip Expo, yeah, it's still very overwhelming. Yeah, it's big, but it's not necessarily the biggest convention I've ever been in before in my life. So that being said, it still was quite the overwhelming, and I had a plan in place, and it was which way do I go? Which way do I go? Even though I had a plan in place. So after visiting some YouTubers over in the Xmark booth, which I didn't get any videos, I didn't even take any pictures with them. Can you believe that? So I headed over to the Ego booth because Scott had a mission for me.
This is our E-steer.
Okay.
We'll take you through the control panel. So you have a full steering wheel. You have your speed on the left side. For this demonstration, please leave it in 1. Blade speed on the right side. You got your power of what you have, your percentage of power, how many batteries are actually in your unit. This unit comes with 4, but we've got 6 in it today. You've got controls, standard and sport, different modes. Again, for this demonstration, leave it in standard just because it's the best for maneuverability. You've got a cruise control, so no matter what you do, you get the speed you want. You can hit the cruise button and it'll stay there. To disconnect it, you can hit one of the paddles, the throttle. You can hit the brake.
So these aren't paddle shifters, huh?
No. So what these are actually for is you'll actually hold both of them down to turn the unit on once you release the parking brake. And then if you want to go into reverse, you can hold one or both down. You'll hear the beep in the reverse, and then you'll be able to just push the throttle pedal and you'll go in reverse. Cool. Okay. Give it a try.
Yeah. So I hold these down.
So pull the parking brake off. There you go. Now hold both down for a second. Green. Good. Let go. You're good to go, man. Make a couple laps.
Less is more.
Yeah.
It's a refurb already.
Just one.
I'm expecting it to go when I hit the shifters.
What do you think?
It is definitely different.
It's pretty cool, eh?
It's a different experience.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things you're going to have to get used to because
Sure.
you're so used to dealing with the steering wheel, those front wheels turn, and
Yeah.
you have to take a wide turn. This thing, it just zips you around.
Yeah, the whole idea behind this, honestly, is when you're steering, is you kind of got to steer it almost like you're going 100 miles an hour. So small turns will create a big reaction, right?
Right.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Thank you.
No worries. There you go, brother.
What's your name?
I'm Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Jeff, thanks.
No worries, man. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. So Scott, after doing this, I did talk to the Ego rep. They had no idea. I even showed them your comment, and they had no idea what you were talking about with a 4-wheel steer. All Ego does with sit-on mowers is 0 turns. And this is their new mower, is the 0 turn with the steering wheel. As you see, it's an interesting mower. Again, you had the joystick coming out by Ryobi, the steering wheel by Ego. These are probably two of the top mowers in the electric market. And I'll tell you, out of the two, I really like the mower better from Ego. It felt like a more robust, better handling mower than the Ryobi. However, those are my choices of controls. The Ryobi joystick is a better control. I still would rather have the handles. I'll be honest with you, I still would rather have the handles than either one of those two options. It would take some getting used to. Like the guy was saying, that Ego is like a race car. You steer it a little and it goes a lot. So I'm not too much of a fan of those two formats. I liked both mowers. However, I would put the Ego above the Ryobi as far as handling and just how the overall feel of the drive is. So if I do go with an electric mower, I would probably go with the Ego with the zero-turn handles. The joystick didn't really do it for me, and neither did the steering wheel. Every day I'm out driving a zero-turn with handles, so that's what I'm used to doing. I understand that the steering wheel and the joysticks are probably better for the consumer markets, but for the pro markets, you're better off with the paddle handles. So I was walking through and I walked past the Honda booth, and I did get some video. They had a really cool display where they actually did a cutout of the engine, and I got some video of that. They also had something that was kind of neat that I was looking at, and it is basically a conversion electric engine for a gas engine. So you'd pull the gas engine off the machine and you'd put this electric engine on it. I was talking to the tech about the gas engine and or the gas electric engine, basically the electric engine conversion. And what he basically said is that this is about as big as we have. It's equivalent to about a 2-3 horsepower engine. You can mount it horizontal or vertically because there's no oil or anything in it. You just turn the engine on its side, per se, and it would be a complete swap out. Now, I asked him if there was anything in the works as far as bigger engines. He said no. I mean, this is actually, even the 160s. This was less than. I think he said it was the GX 100 is what it's comparable to. It's a 2-3 horsepower engine. Nothing major, but I thought it was kind of neat, and I always wondered what would I do with my old equipment if this electric conversion really does take off. How are you going to use all of this stuff? And I guess the idea is you're going to repower. So that was just kind of one of those fun little interesting tidbits as I was walking by. I did talk to the rep. He asked me if he wanted to go on camera. He was like, I can't. We need the PR guy, and he's not here. So, I just reiterating what I got off camera from the rep and got you some video of that fun little stuff. I always wanted to do this to a small engine. All cut up and everything, although I wanted to try to get it so it would move. Oh, it does move. Put a crank on it so I can move it easier. That's your Honda 160, all the inner workings. That's a big bearing. Good solid bearings. See, is the lifters working? Oh yeah, lifters are working too. Sorry. Here's what it's all coming to. I wonder if there's enough torque on that to work on the core aerator. So the Kawasaki booth was big, and one of the reasons why they were giving away t-shirts. Yeah, you had to get these 3 letters, and you brought them up, and You signed a paper, which they were donating money, I guess, to feed kids. And then you would grab, and they would give you a T-shirt, a free T-shirt, after they stole all your information off your tag. Well, they didn't steal it. They asked you for it, and you gave it to them, and then they gave you a T-shirt. This has been an ongoing thing I noticed for these booths to get your personal information. They give you some really nice stuff, too. John Deere was giving out hats. Hold on, I think I got it in the back of the car here. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. John Deere was giving out a hat. I mean, seriously, you go to the farm store and buy these things, and they were giving them away. All you had to do is give them all your personal information. So I dropped my notes. But, so I went over to the Kawasaki booth, and I found this gem. And honestly, I want to know, have you guys ever worked on one of these engines, like this exact model? I want to know. Put it in the comments if you have, because this thing's actually pretty cool. And like I said, this is This Old Relic. Not everything at Equip is brand new. I found the one gem of an old piece of equipment. All right, let me know if you've ever worked on one of these.
Oh, should be over here.
This exact model. So this was another booth that I stumbled on and wasn't expecting to see. A lot of the car manufacturers don't come out to the Equip Expo. This is for the green industry. This is all going to be mowers, tree stuff, you know, that kind of stuff. Stuff to deal with turf and landscaping and trees. You do have some snow removal stuff. All the snowplow guys, nobody really had trucks in their booths with the snow. Either they just had the basic snow plows, or they showed them mounted on ATVs. So I did have the opportunity, though. This is one of my favorite brands, and they were over there at the Equip Expo. It's something I was not expecting to see. Hats off to Rand, coming out and showing off their trucks as actual work trucks. There's a TRX over here. These things are killer. Oh, I ran pretty much a TRX already. I got Blistine shocks. Dude, this thing's really awesome. Probably can't get one of these. I'd kill myself. Stupid plastic parts. Eventually seeing the glory. Man, look at that belt. That's crazy.
I had to go see a man in stretch work.
Light up handle. One of the biggest issues, though, is you deal with these with the short beds like this. They cut them back down to 5 feet. To me, the most valuable part of the truck is the bed part. So the steps. I believe they come factory now with all the tonneau covers. You'll see those all over Marketplace. So I really need to applaud Ram Trucks for being there. I thought it was awesome to see. They are really working at promoting their trucks as work trucks. And I believe they're one of the few companies that haven't dealt with, or I haven't seen a huge discussion about the electric conversion for the trucks yet. I don't know what their plans for that are. They have some great technology that incorporates electricity in their trucks, which I believe is available even now. But I thought just being able to see some of these trucks, and I'd never seen a TRX or T-Rex in real life before. This was the first time I had the opportunity to see one, and hats off to Dodge, or should I say Ram. Sorry. I was joking with my wife. I was like, yeah, I was telling her about that. It's like, yo, oh, really? Did you get to test drive one of those? I'm like, yeah, if I got to test drive one of those, I'd take it off the lot and bring it back home. And she laughed, and I said, actually, yes, technically I am taking one back home because I'm in my 3rd gen Ram right now, so I'll be taking that one home. I got no other choice, otherwise I'm not getting home. But that was the day in a nutshell. So I did not get a whole lot done. I was proceeding on to the outdoor, and then I was getting notification. I got Scott's notification. I was like, I have to go to the Ego booth. And when I talked to the Ego booth, the Ego does have an outdoor area too. But when I was talking to Ego and all the tech guys indoors, I mean, they know what they got outside as well. And nobody understood a four-wheel, turn vehicle that they were putting out. Nobody was familiar with that. So all they had for me was the steering wheel. So I will hopefully, one of the things too, if you've made it this far, you probably kind of liked it. So tonight, I have a new video releasing. I am doing the season premiere of season 3 of my repair series. And we're opening up with the button, so you're not going to want to miss that one tonight. And we'll have a new video every evening on Thursday for the next 16 weeks. So, all dealing with the repair series. I think there's only one of them in there that isn't repair, because it's still dealing with equipment, though. And how to use the equipment. Man, hold on one second. My lighting just timed out on me. I'm taping in the car because the tent is just not convenient, and it's probably quieter. I got neighbors now. I had some new neighbors move in today. So, yeah, I don't want to be too invasive. It's really, really kind of late. Like, oh yeah, it's after midnight. And I still got to finish editing this video. So, I will go ahead and edit this video, get it posted. Man, it just does not like me. Can you tell I have an auxiliary light in here? It's telling me to go. So, I'm going to go ahead and edit this video, get everything posted so you guys can get it in the morning as quickly as possible. And I will see you tomorrow. And don't forget to check out tonight's video. Like I said, we're starting the entire repair video. So I will see you next time.